Okay, I think, does everybody have their flowers, light, and incense? All right. Very good. So what I'd like to do is first, I'll just briefly, so the offering here is, so I haven't tried this before with an audience, so I'm not sure if it'll work, but maybe a little bit not coordinated, but we'll try, okay? It'll make it work. All right. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of a basics of a worship, puja. So we're going to do this preparation stage, and then we'll do go into the offering. So we're offering here flowers, incense, and light. And normally these offerings are can be seen as light can represent the Agni, the sense of sight. That not only are you offering your inner light to the divine, and in the light you're seeing God, but also you feel God is seeing you. Let me make this step. It is important when you have darshan. Do you know what darshan means? What does darshan mean? Darshan. Vision, observing, okay? Focus. So, darshan literally means seeing. Seeing, okay? What's important here is that when we say you're having darshan of God, what does that mean? You're seeing God, okay. Are you having darshan of Ramakrishna right now?
Yes.
All right. So what's important is this. Darshan is actually seeing in a two-way sense. What do I mean? It's important for you to see God, but it's also equally important for you to feel God is seeing you. So you'll find when we refer to God, one of our Swamis said, I don't refer to God as He. You are here. We feel the living presence of God. We have to get in our mind that God is actually living and present. It's not an image. It's the presence of Ramakrishna. So when I'm seeing Ramakrishna, I look into Ramakrishna's eyes, and then you want to feel that Ramakrishna is looking back at me. That's more important. Not only am I seeing God, but God is seeing me. And I feel so enthralled. I feel so delighted. I'm getting God's presence. I'm getting God's darshan. God's darshan means God is seeing me. Okay? Do you remember, how many have been in Vrindavan? They have that one Krishna temple where they put a curtain. And then spontaneously, you never know when that curtain will be pulled or not. It's sometimes you can wait for hours, sometimes it's like minutes. So you're waiting. Oh, when am I going to have God's darshan? And then some people wait for hours, nothing happens. There's a curtain. Some people then 20 seconds, boom, you see God. And so when you see God, you're looking at God, you're holding that presence, that attitude like a snapshot, because you don't know when you're going to get that presence again. So you hold on to it, and then you feel like, oh, I feel so lucky. Not only did I see God, but then He saw me. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, so anyways, Agni is the light, Pushpam, the flower. So we offer flower. Flower can be symbolic of the earth element. It's usually symbolic of smell. It's also going to be symbolic of our love. I offer my love to you. And incense is symbolic sometimes of prana, vayu, the air element. And here, I'm going to is that it's presence of how we define it as presence is we will talk about presence. I'm offering my prana to you. I'm offering my prana to you. I'm offering my sight to you. I'm offering my love to you. Okay. And just when do you know the mudra? This is I'm getting technical here, but when you hold an offering, there's a certain mudra that you use. Do you know what mudras are? What is a mudra? Like this, but what is it? What does it mean? All right. Okay. So it's a hand gesture, right? These hand gestures, mudras, are looked at as different states of consciousness. When you see, like Sri Ramakrishna, you see him in these different states. You probably saw him like this, right? This is a mudra. his mind elevates to a certain state, and his body sort of forms into this state spontaneously. Have you seen this picture of Ramakrishna like this one? I gave a talk on the 3 pictures of Ramakrishna. And what I said was that in this one, do you know what this mudra is? Anybody would know what this mudra is?
Ego.
Ego?
Pointing finger is the ego.
Pointing finger. Oh, this is ego. Okay. Yeah. You, me.
Yeah.
Okay. But what is this mudra here?
This is the Lord, and this is the Buddha. They come together.
You're saying like the Jiva and Paramatma.
Yes.
Okay. All right. But a common mudra, this is called a deer mudra. Okay? Do you know why is it called a deer? Deer. D-E-E-R. A deer, the animal, the deer. What happens when a deer sees a predator, like a lion? The ears go up. So what this signifies is that alertness, consciousness, awareness. And what Ramakrishna was saying is that awareness, this is consciousness, this Brahman. That consciousness is, so he's saying, consciousness, he was saying, is real. This is an interpretation that I put on this, and it was from various swamis I got. He also has his hand like this. In the second hand, the hand is going like this. You know what this means?
That's the Dhamma.
No, Dhamma, no, that could be, but in this sense, in Bengali, it's saying, hey, ita kichune, ita faki. It's nothing, it's nothing. The idea is that God alone is real, the world is nothing. It's ephemeral, it's changing, it's moving, it's anitya, constantly changing. So these are, mudras represent states of consciousness. So when we do puja, our mind is not in that state of consciousness, we do a reverse engineer. We put our body into that state so our mind can be uplifted in that state. Understand? Okay. So when we do an offering, the classical way, and some swamis don't do this, but I was taught by one Rupananji Maharaj, who taught like, when you offer something, you offer with full awareness. So when you offer an incense, everybody make a mriga, this is called mriga mutta, the deer mutta, mriga, okay? Make this. So when you offer like this, and you offer with this mudra. When you offer flower, offer like this, with full awareness. Do you know what this means in sign language? Anybody? Sign language, what does this mean? Huh? It means love. This means love. With full love, with full awareness, I offer this to you. Okay? So that is called that's a mudra we use for offering. Yeah, so anyways, so those are the 3 offerings that we're going to do. All right, so let's start then. Let's go. What I'm going to do is just going to do a call and response. Just do the best of your ability. In worship, we do what's called it's a tantric worship. It's not a Vedic worship. In Veda, there's so much on the pronunciation and the technicalities of it. We do more devotional worship. It's more, again, about the love. It's the intention. Whether we mispronounce or not, it doesn't matter. It's our intention mind. Right? So what we're going to do, then I'm going to take you through these few processes here. And just do the best you can. If I say something, just chant the best you can. Call and response. And if I do something with my hands, just follow me. Okay? Yeah, we're going to play music. Yeah. All right, so let me start from the beginning here. Oh, here we go. Okay. So the thing is that we don't have, so you don't only, we'd have objects in our hand, but you'll do a virtual puja, meaning you pretend you have things in your hand, okay? Yeah, let's try it. See what happens. These mantras, when it comes to it, I'll let you know. It'll be later on. Okay. So normally in puja, let us first come into the presence of the divine. And incense. Don't light it, just take it. Mrika Mudra. Let's just now offer it in 3 times feet, 3 times body, 3 times the head. Okay? Let's offer it to God. Let's offer to every one of us around us here. All the living manifestations of God. Sarva Mangala Mangalyam Narenyam Varda Shivam Narayana Namaskritya Sarva Karmani Karaye. You can repeat after me. You are all that exist. You are the one beyond. You pervade all things and beings. You are the Lord behind. You are the God personal and impersonal. The love, the compassionate and kind. You incarnate in various ways. You're the savior of humankind. My salutations to you. And then bow down. Subtle body be purified. Om Vishnu. May my causal body be purified. Okay. Now I'm going to purify our senses. With the right hand, 3 fingers. First 3 fingers, the right hand. Touch your upper and lower lip. My speech be purified. With your thumb and ring finger, become aware of what you're smelling. No, don't repeat. Become aware of what you're smelling. Touch your right and left nostril. Repeat. May my sense of smell be purified. What you're seeing. May my sight be purified. Touch your right and left ears. Become aware of what you're listening to. May my hearing be purified. With your thumb and pinky finger, touch your navel, your stomach. May what I consume be purified. With the right palm, touch your heart. May my feelings be purified. Feel emotions being released. May my thoughts be purified. Both hands, touch your opposite shoulders. May my actions be purified. And just with hands and full prayer and full hands. Just listen, do not repeat. Om Tat Vishnu Parampadam Sadapashanti Suryaya Deviva Chakshu Atatam Om Pavitro Pavitro Va Sarvavastam Katoviva Yasmart Pudrikaksam Sabha Shushi. Repeat after me. May we know the glorious truth. May that glorious truth manifest in the hearts of people everywhere. May mutual love, harmony, and peace pervade the entire world. May this worship bestow health, happiness, and fulfillment to one and all. And salute the Lord. Now we're going to deepen our purification by dissolving our human body and taking on our true divine form. So let's begin by sitting in a meditative posture, your head, back, neck straight. Place your right palm over your left, palms facing upward. Close your eyes and visualize your inner consciousness, your jiva, as a light or flame residing in the core of your heart. All that is you, your entire life and being, is residing, is shining in the light, in the core of your heart. Now feel that light traveling down the path of your spine slowly, all the way till you get to the very base of your spine. At the base is an energy center in the form of a lotus known as the Muladhara Chakra. In that Muladhara Chakra lies the power called the Kundalini. Visualize a lotus at the very bottom of your spine, closed and facing down. Now, mentally chant Hum. And visualize the lotus turning up and blooming open from the bottom of your spine. Out of that lotus, feel a white light, energy, starting to move up, slowly up the spine. Mentally chant, Soham, Soham, Soham. And feel the energy from the Muladhara Chakra moving up slowly up the spine till you get to the heart chakra. Soham, Soham, Soham. When you get to the heart chakra, visualize a lotus closed and facing down. Chanting Soham, visualize the lotus turning up and blooming open. And visualize the light, the energy from the heart chakra moving slowly up the spine, chanting Soham, Soham, Soham. Move all the way till you get to the crown of the head. When you get to the crown of the head, visualize 1,000-petal white lotus, the Sahasrara, beginning to open up, petal by petal, row by row, until you can feel it fully blooming. Out of that lotus comes a white effulgent light, the Amrita, the nectar of consciousness. Imagine it filling your body. See that white light filling up the space in our room. Visualize that light filling up the city. Expanding to all people everywhere till the whole world is filled with that brilliant white light. Feel it expanding to the universe. And dissolve yourself into that white light, the light of pure awareness. Light everywhere. I am that. Now coming back to your body, reflect any feelings of frustration, anger, resentment, these energies in your body slowly condensing into a dark mass in the left-hand side of your stomach. The Bhava Purusha. Any sadness, hatred, any pain or suffering collecting into a ball of dark energy on the left-hand side of your stomach. Thoughts of pride, jealousy. Now, taking a deep breath and mentally chanting Hum, Breathe into that dark mass energy. Breathing into it 3 times. Each time you are drawing that energy up. Yum. 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 Exhale into that dark mass, feeling it being completely dried up. Now, taking a deep breath, inhaling into the energy, Ram, burning that lingering dark mass. Inhale Ram into that dark mass. Exhaling energy into it, feeling it burning up like paper catching on fire until only ashes are left. The Papa Purusha within you is now dissolving. Inhaling one deep breath. Exhale the ashes out of your body into the environment. Do it 3 times. Inhale the ashes and visualize the ashes coming out through your nostrils. Exhaling any remnants of the Papa Purusha. Energy of negativity. Feeling the body being purified. Let's put our focus back into the Sahasrara and visualizing the nectar of consciousness, a white light beginning to pour down from the top of your head into your face and neck. The light of awareness. And softly chant to yourself, Hamsa, Hamsa, Hamsa. As that golden light of consciousness fills your shoulders, feel them relax. Visualize the golden light flowing into your biceps, triceps. Feel them relax. Feel the golden light filling your forearms, into your hands, extending into your fingers. And feel them relax. Feel that light flowing down into your torso and back, stomach, and lower back. Feel them relax. Relax. Hamsa. Hamsa. Feel the light flowing into your legs. Calves. Relax. Feel the light flowing into your feet until you get to the toes. Feel them relax. Hamsa. Soham. Swaha. I am the divine self. Feel the light of awareness shining in and through every pore, every cell of your body. Now, we will gently pass our hands from our head to our feet. And I'll chant the mantra, I am Swaha, to feel the divine presence from our physical into our subtle and causal bodies. I'll do this once and then follow along. Aim Hum Fat Swaha. Together. Aim Hum Fat Swaha. Aim Hum Fat Swaha. Aim Hum Fat Swaha. Not a sense of impurity, shining with the light of consciousness, effulgent, pure. Now, let's invite the infinite divine being into our heart. So, our newly created divine body will be divine. We are transforming the way we experience the world through divine eyes and divine senses. We're going to invoke the presence of God into our heart through Sri Ramakrishna. Let us use the Lila mantra. This is the Lila mantra. Kali's tongue. Touch the heart with your right hand. And we're going to these mantras here. So I'll say it's up on the board here. Just chant along after me, visualizing either a divine light or Sri Ramakrishna in the core of your heart. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. So now visualize light or Ramakrishna in your heart. Repeat after me. You're invoking the presence of God into your heart. Om. I. Reem. Rom. Yam. Lam. Ram. Vam. Sham. Sham. Sam. Om. Hamsaha. Shri Ramakrishna Devataya. Prana iha pranaha. May I be filled with the prana of Sri Ramakrishna. Feel your body being energized, calming your breath, feeling harmonious. Again. Om. Aim. Reem. Krom. Yam. Ram. Lam. Vam. Sham. Sham. Sam. Om. Hamsaha. Shri Ramakrishna Devataya. Sarvindriyani. May I be filled with the senses of Sri Ramakrishna. And feel yourself. Whatever you're hearing, seeing, tasting, or smelling is divine. Om. Am. Reem. Krom. Yam. Ram. Lam. Shri Ram Krishna Devataya. I'll do this myself. Vakmanas Chakshu Tvak Shrota Grana Prana Iha Gacha Sukham Chiram Tishtantu. Together. Swaha. May the entire being of Sri Ram Krishna fill my own being. And visualize yourself filled with the presence of the divine. Feel the qualities of truthfulness, purity, love, compassion, seeing divinity everywhere, pervade each cell of your body. Everything is vibrating with divinity. And finally, let us chant Soham 3 times. Soham, Soham, Soham. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Feel, I am. Now, feeling that we are divine, when it's finished, and I'll do this myself, just follow along. So normally, now to the image, we invoke the image to feel the presence of divine in the image. And what we'll do is this, these mudras, this mudra here, if you want, repeat. Shri Ram Krishna Deva Iha. Shri Ram Krishna Deva Iha Gacha Iha Gacha. Shri Ram Krishna Deva Iha Gacha Iha Gacha. Shri Ram Krishna, please come here. Please come here. I'll do this myself. Iha Tishta. Iha Tishta. Please stay here. Please stay here. Iha Sani Dehi. Iha Sani Dehi. Please be present here. Please be present here. Iha Sani Rityasva. Iha Sani Rityasva. Please keep yourself here. Please keep yourself here. Iha Sanmukhi Baba. Iha Sanmukhi Baba. Please face me. Please face me. Om Atradishtanam Guru Mama Pujam Vihana. Please make yourself dwell here and accept our loving worship. And ultimately, we feel that Dhamasi, you are here, you are divine, you are divine. And now, let us go into offerings. So now we felt that we purified our body, our mind, we evoked the divine presence within us. Now we are seeing the divine in front of us, feeling divine. Let us now offer the following items. So we'll do this in a way we'll offer first flowers, then incense, and then candles. We'll do it according to the puja song, and we'll just first, you can just basically wave 3 times, Trishli, feet, body, and face, and then wave to everybody else. Recognize the divine in them. So we'll do this, just follow me if you like. We'll do it 3 times, okay? So we'll start. And then you don't need to light the incense. Just hold the incense. Just run it. This is this. Do you want to offer right now, or do you?
Yeah.
We still have a little bit left to go. So should we can we offer at the end, right? So your flowers, we can just offer at the end, okay? So what we did was the basics of the purification, of invoking, and then offering. These are 3 steps of worship that every worship has. So the idea of the worship then again is that, as you're saying, is not only just the offering, but it's for us to also transform ourselves to feel that we are divine. That is the essential essence of the worship. So people will say, some people who don't have a lot of time, they'll say, I just did the Buddha Shuddhi as a way of just transforming and changing myself from a human being to a divine being. So I want to just equate this now to going back to, these were the offerings that we made as to the Lord in shrine. What are the offerings that we make to our fellow Narayanas? Narayanas in manifesting as human beings, to our fellow beings. What are the offerings that we can make? Anybody? Does anybody know? Service. Unconditional love. Okay.
Food and shelter for the living.
Food and shelter. So, in this act of offering, what is something that I was thinking about? What is something that we can do in every interaction? Okay? Everybody's a divine being. And every time we're doing it in any engagement, irregardless of what is being offered, whether it's dupe, what can we do? So this is the question that I had. So to me, what came up again was these 2 things here. What can we offer in every interaction? We can offer our presence, and we can also offer what's called active listening in any engagement. So let me just go a little bit about what this is here. So I was defining sort of like the incense. Presence is our prana. We giving ourselves our whole light, what is presence? It's offering our compassionate, loving spaciousness for the person. We're bringing the fullness of our being, giving them our full attention by deeply engaging with the person that we're serving. We're releasing any sense of hierarchy. We're going from I'm here for you, which is a sense of hierarchy, to I'm just here. So a way to do this would be, what type of presence do you bring when you see a holy person? If you are in the presence of the Dalai Lama, of Saint Francis, of your guru, so maybe like a holy person, like Swami Harinamananda, whoever you consider to be holy, if they are here in front of you right now, what is it you would do?
We have reverence. We listen.
You have reverence, you'd listen. Okay. Anybody else? What would you do? You'd have gratitude. Okay?
When you go back to your word authentic,
You'd be authentic with them. All right? Listening. Yes. Okay, that's going to be actually the second part, but yes, it's also there.
We present our best part.
You present. So in presence, what are we saying here? We're giving our full attention. So let me put it this way. Let me engage you. How would your posture be? Upright, alert. What about your clothes? How would your clothes be? Clean, mindful, simple. What would you do with your cell phone?
Silence.
Silence. Off. What about eye contact? Where would your eyes go? Okay, that could be cultural. In India, maybe we think of feet, but normally then we think of like eye contact. You want to have eyes. So normally when we think about the Lord's darshan, we're looking to see if they see us. So it's normally looking at the lotus eyes, the eyes of a lotus, the eyes of compassion, the eyes of love. So you're looking, eyes are looking at them. Where would your attention be?
To the present. To what is being said.
To what is being said? What about not only to what is being said, to what is being, to what is being seen, to what is being heard, everything. What about, how would you feel sitting in silence with them?
We also have faith.
No, listen. How would you feel by sitting in silence with them?
Feeling the presence of God.
First of all, would you be comfortable sitting in silence? With the holy person, you would be, it's very difficult, but would you be comfortable sitting in silence?
Yes.
Okay. There is messages, things that are happening in silence. I want to explain one thing to you, if you can listen. There was a presence of my guru, Swami Harinamananda, who's before in Southern California. Being in his presence, you would feel sometimes, I was a sevak. I'd see people coming with a lot of problems. They wanted to talk to him. When they got into his presence, what happened? They wouldn't ask their questions. When Maharaj said, what do you like? Their mind would be blank. Their problems were not solved. They were dissolved. Like being in the presence of a great person, all of a sudden the fluttering mind becomes at peace. They're taken to another level of awareness. So, what we start to discover then, when you're truly present, you become soft. When you're truly present with the person, you become relaxed. You become attentive. You become concerned. You become open. You become embracive. You embrace what's being given to you. And you become spacious. So, when someone comes, presence is being an open container for the person to pour into you. This is what presence is. You become like Shiva, Nilkanta. You're able to absorb what they say, yet you don't spit it out as gossip. Nor do you digest it and feel bad about it. You just keep it, you keep space for it. You become a witness to everything. This is presence. The last thing on the offering that we can do in every interaction is called active, as you're saying, listening. And what I mean by active listening is I use the light that we saw, light is that which gives awareness, insight, knowledge. Listening here means listening with, not only with our eyes, with our ears, with our feelings, with our emotions. We're opening ourselves to what this person is trying to give us. Behind the words, there's emotions. Behind the body language, there is sensations that are being expressed. So, what is my offering when you're offering listening? I'm offering my full attention to you because I respect you. This is my offering. I'm offering my time and energy to you because you matter. This is my offering. I'm offering you a dialogue because I want to partner with you in our shared growth. The person is giving you something also, and you're growing together. How do I do this? First, you have to clear out all the external noise in your head. Okay? All the noise that's going on in your head, your thoughts. We talked about limiting biases, the internal chatter. Clear it out. That means, the external noise. Put away your cell phone, other distractions. Then clear out the internal noise. Stop your monologue. Stop the preconceived ideas of what you think is going to be said. And third, see and hear the whole message of what the person is saying to you. Let them speak without interruption. Let them speak without trying to fix something. Let them speak in a very attentive, curious way where you're really respecting what they're saying. You have to be curious because ultimately what I'm saying is this. As you hear deeply, normally we hear and we respond in our manas. We have this kind of like chitta, we have pre-programmed ideas about what I'm looking for keywords that I have already sort of in my arsenal that I'm going to respond. Once you say something that triggers something, I'm going to say something back to you. We already, when there's a dialogue going on, I already have preconceived ideas that I'm going to offer to you. I'm not listening to you fully and completely. What we're doing is we're shutting down this mind and allowing the thoughts to sink into our heart. Because in our heart is where the divine, and from the divine, spontaneously something will come up from within you to respond in the right way. That's what active listening is. Shutting down the mind to be receptive in the heart. In the heart, you'll find there's spontaneity. There's just a sense of something that, what we call the inner wisdom. They call it the awakened buddhi. This awakened intellect, the yo-yo-na prachore, the Gayatri is meant to open up this di. And this buddhi, as it's awakened, is the divine speaking through you. Not the voice of your parents, not the voice of society, not the voice that's already been pre-programmed within us, but the voice of the divine that speaks through us. So that's what's going to come out. And at that time, that is what was necessary in that moment in time. We created spaciousness. How do we do that? We quiet everything else and have trust that the divine will speak through us. That means that I have to take a risk. When I come into a patient's office, sometimes I may not know what to say. So I have to take a risk that I'm going to open myself and just, Mother, whatever you speak to me, let me be your answer. You speak through me. And sometimes I sit in silence for a few moments before I respond. There's a Swami. I'm going to show you a video afterwards, after this is done, of great Swamis. You're going to meet a Swami Seshananda. Swami Seshananda was the last disciple of Holy Mother, the last living disciple of Holy Mother in Portland. They used to say he would never respond to you right away. You ask him a question, he'd keep silent. They said he had a phone to Divine Mother, and he'd take your question, ask Mother, and wait for a response to come up. When the response came, then he would answer. If nothing came, you wouldn't see him speak. So this is sort of what we're going for. And there's an exercise, but we won't have time. But I want you to just think about this exercise. Is that we won't have time for this, but The idea is that if you can partner with someone you don't know well, okay, and if you can learn to listen to the person just for 2 minutes, okay, and allow that person to speak their story, and then switch roles. And for the speaker, we'd ask, okay, well, yes, think about a current or past challenge that can show this, because idea is that how open are you to sharing your own inner truth? How much do we hide, and how open are you to sharing? And for the listener, in the practicing of the art of listening, how often do you find yourself wanting to interrupt a person? How often do you find yourself wanting to ask questions, or fix something, or do something? In 2 minutes, can you just learn to listen? And as you're listening, you're going to find your mind will start like wanting to interrupt, wanting to interject, wanting to do this thing. It's tough. So that's just, if you can truly listen, that's a great gift. Swami Harinamananda said, we as monks, he said, monks, really we don't know, we can't really offer spiritual advice. Really, the enlightened people can only offer spiritual advice. And then mentally, we can offer some suggestions, but not that. What we can learn to do is truly listen. And when we listen, we also have to be able to have the ability to digest what is being said. So I'm going to go into this last part of the talk here, which is basically like, when you practice karma yoga, when you practice these things, what happens? When you practice serving the divine in a human being, what happens? What do you feel? Anybody? You feel some purification? Okay. Anybody else? What do you feel after you serve somebody? Joy. Okay. Anybody else? Satisfaction. All right. Anybody else?
Lightness.
Huh?
Lightness of
Lightness. Okay. So, remember? Yes.
Is there a particular time we should really?
Is there a particular time?
Yeah, like in the morning or?
Oh, that's prayer meditation. We can come back to that. But usually twilight, morning time, sun's coming, and then after in the evening time when sun's going down. But what I want you to get from this is here. In this practice, I'll give you an example. My mother had a shoulder replacement last summer, and I remember I'd been doing chaplaincy for one year. So I thought I can go serve my parents. My father's there, my mother needs my help. She's in a nursing facility. So I came down there, went to serve. What did I find out? First saw my father was getting older. He's more slow. His mental process is getting slower. His movements are slower. So I thought, okay, Dad, up here, I can take care of everything. Let me do everything. So when I tried now to serve him as the divine, I found myself wanting to take control of everything. Dad, we're going to go this time to go see Mom. You're going to be eating this, and you're going to be, and you'll have to do these things. What did my dad do? The more I tried to inject what he should do, the more he pushed back against me. Finally said, listen, who are you to control me? I've been taking care of myself and everybody else all my entire life. Who are you? And I found myself getting in more fights. And I found myself feeling frustrated. And then I thought to myself, I'm feeling worse about trying to serve the hymn. And I felt myself being dejected. I felt unappreciated. Felt here I am coming from San Diego to LA. I'm coming just to serve you and Mom, and you just keep pushing against me. It then came across to me that, was I serving my needs or was I serving his needs? Was I serving his need for autonomy, his need for respect, his need for self-independence? So what started happening? Instead of making demands, I started making requests. I started telling him, Dad, what would you like to eat today? Or Dad, would it be okay with you if I drove you to your appointments? Or what time would you like to go see Mom today? When I did this, I felt he becoming more vulnerable. He started opening up more. there's a sense of respect that started opening up with there. So this was what I meant. So when you go through this process of serving the divine in human beings, yes, there are some patients who really appreciated what I had to say. There are other patients who I got, what I can say is literally burnt up. I had a Jewish patient who I met, and all I wanted to do was to help him with Hanukkah. And all my intention was to come in and give him anything he needed for the Hanukkah celebration. And he asked me a question about Judaism, and I didn't know the answer. They said, "Who are you? You don't know anything. You're a chaplain? What the heck are you a chaplain?" And the more I tried to stay there to try to calm him down, the more I got burnt up. I stayed there for 25 minutes. I should have left after 5 minutes. So what happens is when you do the karma yoga, when you do the serving, what happens? Things are going to come up. And this is what happens in the story of the Samudra Mantana. You guys know this story maybe. You had the churning, you had the gods and the asuras, both wanting what? They wanted the Amrita in the bottom of the ocean. So they got Shiva's snake and they started churning the ocean back and forth, back and forth. As they were churning, what happened? What started coming up was the hala hala, the poison, the black mass poisonous substance. And when that came up, they started choking. The gods and the demons, they can't breathe. So what did they start doing? They started crying to Shiva, "Shiva, Shiva, help us, help us." Shiva came and opened up his mouth and swallowed the hala hala and kept it as the Nilkantha. Then they're able to get the Amrita from the bottom. So what happens, you'll find, if you truly do this, serving the divine in human beings, you're going to come across the hala hala. What is that? Sri Ramakrishna calls it the Sat Ripu, the 6 alligators. The kama, krodha, the anger, the jealousy, the envy, all this starts coming up from within you. Things you never knew you had. It's not till the churning goes on, till all this stuff starts coming up. And when it comes up, that's the first time you can start to see it. Before, you see through it. Who? I'm bad, I'm not bad. He's bad, I'm not bad. I'm good. That is karma yoga. This is serving the God. What is this? This is the prasad. This is the Lord's prasad. The anger, all this is the divine prasad. You're talking about the prasad. When you're talking about the experience you're getting. That's the Lord giving the prasad. For what purpose? The Lord is giving us this prasad so that we can work this out. We have to be able to digest it. We have to be able to release it. So one simple way when this comes up is that, there's a lot more to that, but the simple way is that when you feel anger, when you feel envy, when you feel jealousy, just take it as a flower. Take it as a flower and offer it into the fire of divine consciousness. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Anger. I offer my anger to you. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. My jealousy. I offer my jealousy to you. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Because the divine, the fire of Brahman is pure. Always pure. Whatever you put into fire gets burnt up. But the fire yet always remains pure. So you can offer your gratitude, you can offer the happiness and the joy, but you can also offer the jealousy and the anger and release it to the divine. The divine will accept it, absorb it. When Girish Ghosh, I talked about Girish Ghosh, he told Ramakrishna, "Thakur, all I have is vulgar words. That's all you've given me. That's all I can offer to you." Thakur said, "Go ahead, you offer it. No problem. Nothing will happen to you. Nothing will happen to you." So the idea here, I'm going to finish off here, is kind of like, this is the self-awareness that you have to have. The self-awareness, when you're doing in the midst of serving the divine in man, you have to have self-awareness for what things come up. Notice them. Because when Vivekananda said, he said, if you look upon all people as Shiva, then how can there be regards to superiority complex, anger, hatred, arrogance, or even kindness? Who is he talking to? He's talking to a realized soul. If you can truly serve God and man, then you will not feel this. But for us, serving God and man is a practice. A practice for what? To purify ourselves. To get all the things that are embedded, are some scars in the heart, to bring them out. Because once you see them, they become an object. Then you could do something about them. And so in that sense here, a simple way is that you recognize the emotion you're feeling. That anger, that whatever that jealousy is. Try to understand, where did it come from? What created this? What stimulated this? Label it. Labeling is a very, because once you label it, you have power over it. A simple way, I took an emotions class, just very simple, is that this is an emotion chart. And you can see on this graph is high energy, low energy. On this graph, high pleasantness, low pleasantness. And what happens here is that you can think of this kind of like there's a Sattva Thomas Rogers type of thing. I don't want to go detail, but anyways, the idea is that if you're feeling high energy and it's not a pleasant feeling, that would probably be in this red mark, and that would be like furious and get rage, anger, restless. So identify that feeling. If you're feeling low energy, suppose you're here, you're bored with the talk. You may be feeling low energy, and then you'd be feeling kind of like tired, bored, apathetic, feeling glum or sad that I wasted my time here. Okay? If you have to go to say like a meditation after do a meditation, it would be a pleasant experience, but low energy. So you'd be feeling content, you'd be feeling grateful, you'd be feeling touched, calm, at ease. Or if you're going to go to like a kirtan party or something like that, where you're going to sing a lot of festive kirtans, you'd be feeling high energy and high pleasantness. You'd be feeling ecstatic, cheerful, upbeat, inspired. So it's just a way for you to take an emotional chart to find out what am I feeling. And if I'm feeling something that both, starting with bad, good and bad, whatever you're feeling, then REALESC. Then we talked about here, express that emotion. Express that emotion. And then expression can be in a prayer. Mother, I'm feeling sad today. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling angry. I want to express this to you. I talked about if you find someone, but the divine's always with you. So just make a dialogue. This is a prayer. What is prayer? A prayer is a dialogue with God. And for prayer to be meaningful, we have our redundant prayer. For prayer to be meaningful, it has to connect to your experience here and now. Talk to God about what you're experiencing. If you're experiencing depression, tell the mother, I'm feeling this way. Let her know. She has the ears to hear. She's your antaryaman, your inner dweller that lies within you. She sees everything. She just wants you to express it. And then ultimately, it is releasing it. Thakur, I'm feeling this emotion. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. Please take this away from me and make me feel peaceful. So this is basically, in one way, what I find is serving the divine in human beings. And this is a part of the practice that we all do. So why not use this practice as a way to attain self-awareness and eventually mukti. So thank you so much. So one last thing. I have a special movie if you guys want to see. It is about spiritual life. It's some of the basic questions that are asked to some of the very senior swamis. What I call all of them are highly evolved soul. None of them are living now. They were swamis from the generation. Sri Ramakrishna, mother, was there. They had 16 direct disciples. They're like the apostles of Christ. They had 16 disciples. Those disciples had other disciples. The first generation that came to America. And those swamis are the swamis you're going to see. And they're each a highly evolved soul. And I can tell you a different story about each one. But I think maybe it's just worth just listening to them. listen to what they have to say, and feel like they're speaking to you, right? So there are going to be some common questions, but in their message, they're talking to everybody. But one of the Swami Harinamananda, he had the gift, where he was talking to a room in Gold Park with 1,000 people, but he felt, when he's talking, he felt he's talking directly to your heart. When he's saying, Bhagavan is Satya, God is real. You feel like he is? He's like, yes, he is. So each one has a special way of speaking to you. So just listen to him, and if you want, I can share one story about each of the songs. I guess, are you going to be singing Ramakrishna Sharanam at the end?
We can't.
Okay, have you read? It'll be at the end, okay? Ramakrishna, you're going to play some instruments or sing? Okay, then sing Ramakrishna Sharanam at the end of this song.
When?
At the end, at 25 minutes of this one, the very last one. I'll show you, okay? Let me just, because to get an appreciation, you're going to see Swami